Welcome to Module 1, Chapter 2, where we will explore the concept of the sustainable circular economy. In this chapter, we will discuss why the circular economy is considered a promising solution to some of the most pressing challenges of our time, such as climate change, resource depletion, and environmental problems. We will examine how the idea of the circular economy has evolved over time, review the main definitions, and understand why it is seen as an important alternative to the traditional linear model, which is based on taking resources, making products, and then disposing of them. We will also look at the limitations of current approaches and discuss why it is essential to include environmental, social, and economic sustainability in our understanding. By the end of this chapter, you will have a clear understanding of the role the circular economy can play in creating a more sustainable future for both society and the planet. In this chapter, we will follow a structured agenda to guide our learning. First, we will introduce the concept of the circular economy and explain how it differs from the traditional linear economy. Next, we will look at the current definition of the circular economy and examine several popular definitions from research, policy, and practice. We will then discuss the limitations of these definitions and why a more holistic and systemic approach is needed. After that, we will present our understanding of a sustainable circular economy, focusing on how environmental, social, and economic dimensions are integrated. Finally, we will summarize the main points and reflect on what comes next. Each section is designed to build on the previous one, providing a clear and comprehensive overview of the topic. The circular economy is introduced as an optimistic solution to challenges such as climate change, resource depletion, and overconsumption. Unlike the linear economy, which follows a take, make, dispose model, the circular economy promotes the cyclic use of resources and waste, extending resource life cycles through reducing, reusing, and recycling. Circularity emphasizes recycling, enhancing product durability, fostering repair and restoration cultures, and promoting sharing economies. However, the definition of circular economy is still not clear, as it brings together many ideas from different fields, some of which even contradict each other. It is important to clarify what the circular economy means and how it can help achieve sustainability, as a unified understanding is needed for effective implementation. The linear economy model relies on large quantities of resources, causing environmental damage and social inequality. It is based on extracting raw materials, producing, consuming, and disposing, which disrupts ecosystems and the atmosphere. The circular economy concept, discussed for decades in industry and business literature, has gained attention due to climate change and resource depletion. Literature on the circular economy has increased significantly since 2016, developed through discourse among various stakeholders. Despite its popularity, the circular economy lacks a unified theory or framework and needs a common idea for a sustainable future. Moving to a circular economy requires more than just new technology. It demands a change in systems and in how we think about resource use. The concept of circularity in economics was first introduced by Pearce and Turner in their 1990 book, where they critiqued the linear economic system and applied principles from thermodynamics. The first law of thermodynamics teaches us that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only converted, which means that resources used in production eventually return to the environment as pollution or waste. The second law explains that perfect recycling is physically impossible, so some waste is always generated. Kenneth Boulding's vision from 1966 imagined a closed system economy, where resources are continually recycled and waste is minimized. Industrial ecology further developed these ideas, drawing inspiration from natural cycles. These early concepts highlight the need to move beyond the linear model and rethink how we use resources for a more sustainable future. The circular economy concept originated with Pearce and Turner, but it has evolved through contributions from many fields and designers. Initially, the focus was on resource efficiency and reducing waste. Over time, the idea expanded to include industrial symbiosis, holistic approaches in industrial design, and changes in stakeholder relationships. It also involves shifts in consumption behavior, such as new product and service systems. Today, the circular economy is recognized as multidimensional, encompassing materials, energy, social, and economic factors. Achieving sustainability requires changes at every level, from individual actions to industry practices and policy decisions, reflecting the ongoing evolution and fragmentation of the concept across disciplines. The circular economy has the potential to transform how materials and energy are recovered, impacting both economic operations and daily life. Governments like Finland and France emphasize social sustainability, aiming to improve well-being through circular practices. Citizen involvement is crucial for a successful transition, as co-production and public participation help create effective solutions. Regional and cultural dimensions must also be considered, as local values and practices influence outcomes. Recent research highlights gaps in the literature, especially regarding social values, fairness, and the relationship between society and nature. Addressing these gaps is essential for a truly sustainable circular economy that benefits everyone. A sustainable circular economy requires more than technological innovation. It demands a holistic and ideological shift in how we perceive growth and well-being. The focus must move from simply decoupling economic growth from resource consumption to redefining prosperity in society. This transition involves rethinking what constitutes well-being and ensuring that economic activities support both ecological health and social fairness. As we review widely used definitions of the circular economy, we see that organizations and researchers are grappling with these challenges. Achieving a truly sustainable future means embracing systemic change and integrating environmental, social, and economic dimensions into every aspect of the circular economy. Geisendorf and Pietrola define the circular economy as a system where the value of products and materials is maintained, waste is avoided, and resources are kept within the economy when products reach the end of their life. This definition focuses on the core aims of circularity, emphasizing the importance of keeping resources in use and minimizing waste. Notably, it does not include aspects such as profitability, social considerations, or efficiency, highlighting ongoing debates about what should be included in a comprehensive definition of the circular economy. This perspective encourages us to think critically about which elements are essential for a truly sustainable circular economy and what may be missing from current approaches. The European Union describes the circular economy as a model of production and consumption that involves sharing, leasing, reusing, repairing, refurbishing, and recycling materials and products for as long as possible. The goal is to extend product life cycles and minimize waste, ensuring that resources are used efficiently and kept in circulation. The EU recognizes various business models that support circularity, but its definition mainly focuses on practical actions rather than explicitly addressing ecological or social dimensions. Critics argue that a complete approach to the circular economy should also include environmental and social aspects, as these are vital for achieving true sustainability and long-term benefits for society. The Ellen MacArthur Foundation defines the circular economy as a system where materials never become waste and nature is regenerated. In this model, products and materials are kept in circulation through processes such as maintenance, reuse, refurbishment, remanufacture, recycling, and composting. The Foundation emphasizes the need to decouple economic activities from resource depletion, positioning the circular economy as a solution to global challenges like climate change, biodiversity loss, waste, and pollution. While the definition highlights the importance of regeneration and closed material loops, it remains somewhat vague about the relationship between economic activity and economic growth, which continues to be a topic of debate among researchers and practitioners. Kirkhair and colleagues define the circular economy as an economic system based on business models that replace the end-of-life concept with reducing, reusing, recycling, and recovering materials. This system operates at multiple levels, including products, companies, consumers, industrial parks, cities, regions, and nations, with the aim of achieving sustainable development. The definition emphasizes environmental quality, economic prosperity, and social equity for both current and future generations. It stresses the need for systemic change, moving beyond simple modifications of the linear economy, and includes the 4R framework as a practical guide for implementing circular economy principles across society. Many definitions of the circular economy focus on technology and material cycles, aiming to reduce waste and achieve short-term economic gains. This approach often ignores social well-being and fairness. More and more researchers agree that the main principles of the circular economy must be clearly defined and that real change needs fundamental changes in systems. Including social and ecological dimensions is essential for true sustainability. To move beyond a narrow focus on technology, it is necessary to recognize that circular economy practices should also address individual and societal well-being, ensuring that the benefits of circularity are shared broadly and contribute to a more equitable and sustainable future. The R framework, which includes reduce, reuse, recycle, and recover, is a practical guide for businesses and policymakers. It helps set priorities for circularity, like designing products to last longer and using fewer limited resources. However, the framework does not fully solve the problem of separating resource use from economic growth and social well-being. Achieving a sustainable society means rethinking how resources are managed and how economic activities are organized. The R framework is useful for understanding the hierarchy of activities in the circular economy, but a truly sustainable transition requires addressing broader challenges, including the decoupling of resource use from economic growth and the pursuit of social well-being. A sustainable circular economy needs a holistic approach that balances environmental, social, and economic sustainability. This means looking at not just technology and efficiency, but also the values, beliefs, and practices that shape economic behavior. Current circular economy efforts have not yet reduced overall consumption and production, which is important as resources become scarce and climate change gets worse. Taking a holistic view helps address these challenges and work toward a sustainable future. By inspiring critical thinking and empowering future leaders, we can contribute to the development of business landscapes that balance sustainability across all dimensions for the long-term benefit of people and the planet. True economic sustainability is not possible without a healthy planet. We need to rethink economic growth in the context of the circular economy and move beyond old ideas. Environmental, social, and economic sustainability must be included in all parts of economic and social behavior. Only by making these values central can the circular economy help society achieve long-term sustainability. This change in thinking is essential for transforming society towards sustainability, and it requires us to critically examine the role of economic activity through the lens of ecological and social well-being. By integrating these dimensions, the circular economy can become a powerful tool for positive change. Thank you for your attention throughout Chapter 2 on conceptualizing the sustainable circular economy. This chapter has provided a comprehensive introduction to the essential concepts, definitions, and evolving frameworks that shape our understanding of circularity and sustainability. Before we begin the next chapter, I invite you to review the references provided here. These resources offer further reading and deeper insight into the topics we have discussed. We look forward to welcoming you to the next chapter. The following slides provide a comprehensive list of references used throughout Chapter 2. These references include academic articles, industry reports, and case studies that support this chapter. Please refer to these sources for additional information, evidence, and examples related to sustainability, circular economy, and responsible business practices. Thank you very much.